Fusion Radio with Brian Stinson and YTS Keys, man. You know the drill. I get so super excited, man, when I get a chance to share somebody dope with you on the weekends right here on Fusion Radio, man. So I've got a really dope artist, man. He's from a whole nother state, man. You know, I get excited because I get a chance to, man, get to quote unquote know the artist, but also I get a chance to get a full education on where they're from, the music culture, and of course share that with you and you. So who do I have on the line with me? I got my brother, man, Joezy, man. Welcome to Fusion Radio, family.
What's up? How are you?
I'm excellent, man. So I want to get into your whole movement, man, share some of that awesome music from you, man. If you could talk about, man, who you are as an artist when it comes to music.
So first off, my name is Joezy, Joezy, a.k.a. Mr. Darker the Berry, the Sweeter the Juice. I'm an artist from PG County, Maryland, which is the DMV. It's right outside of D.C. D.C. is called Chocolate City. I'm just a young dude, grew up in a single-parent household to a Nigerian immigrant, me and my younger brother. And, we've learned some lessons from the street. We've learned some lessons from life and the DMV culture, my Nigerian culture, my belief in Christ, my walk, all those things put together forms my music. And yeah, that's basically it.
So I want to, man, pick your brain, man, when it comes to PG County, man, Maryland, man, from a musical standpoint, man, like what's the sound down there? And give me some artists that we should be checking for.
So PG County is very diverse. So, you got the music that is like our staple, which is go-go music, which is like a live band instrumentation. I always compare it to almost like a black rock and roll, like real rock and roll, but with soul type thing. So, you got go-go music, but then also you have an array of artists, whether they're rappers, singers, Afrobeat artists. One of the people that are on is like Ari Lennox is from PG County, if I'm not mistaken. Then you have some local guys that I run with, like Willie 15 and Zay Ade and Zamwe. They're PG County artists as well. This is a whole array. Like there's so many different sounds in the area. You got your trap sounds, you got your soulful singers, you got your lyricists. It's all type of different flavors that you can get, from this side.
So I want to talk about, man, you, and let's talk about, man, the moment that you knew that, man, you wanted to pursue music as a career.
I've always loved music growing up, and my mom exposed us to a lot of different music. So we were listening to a lot of some of her native music from Nigeria. We would listen to Elvis Presley. We would listen to country music. It was all type of different sounds that we would listen to. A lot of the mainstream hip-hop sound, I actually didn't get introduced to that till later on. But I always loved music. I was always freestyling with friends as a young kid, playing around with music. But to be honest with you, music was a secondary love. My initial first love was football. I played football from age 11 to college at Morgan State University. But during that time, towards the end of high school and college, I started to tap into my music more. Guys like Wale really inspired me. The More About Nothing project, as far as incorporating my poetry, my soulfulness, my love experiences into my music. So as I got older, I started to tap into it a little bit more. But then once my football career ended at Morgan State, I really began to dive into music even more. And from diving into that music, I found my purpose as well. I realized how powerful music is, and I realized a lot of times we're getting fed the wrong things from our music. So why not be the change that you seek, that you're looking for? And I feel like my music is that. It sounds just as good. Your head is going to nod just as much, but you're going to get something that's soul enriching. The words that, penetrate your ears and your mind are going to be good for the soul.
Man, did you nail it on that? Did you nail it? And it gives me a perfect opportunity, man. See, that's why I've been doing this radio show for a while, man. It's people like you that inspire me to keep pushing, because when I tell you, as I told you in a pre-interview, I try not to be biased, but you really make the type of music that gets me excited and makes me hit repeat when I hear it, man. So I've said it, man. I don't think we need to hold the people any further, man, but you've got this really phenomenal single that I believe is phenomenal. It's called Social Distance that you sent me, man. And so give me the story behind Social Distance.
So one of my brothers in Christ, his name's Seth, this was around 2020, I believe. He was like, Joe, you ever heard of lo-fi music? I'm like, lo-fi music? What's that? He's like, man, I really believe that that's a sound that, you know, that you would do well with. I'm like, all right, I'll check it out. So I started looking up some lo-fi beats and stuff like that on YouTube. I'm like, dang, this is really a nice sound. Like, you know, it's not the mainstream sound that we hear in hip-hop, you know, but it spoke to me. So looking up those sounds, then, you know, 2020 was a heck of a year for all of us. I was just reflecting about life during that time, you know, being locked in the house. I was just reflecting about life. And one thing I've realized, you know, a lot of people, they say, oh, I don't care what no one thinks about me, yada, yada, yada. But I don't believe that's true. I believe a lot of us, we get our identity from our relationships. I make the joke. The reason why I know I'm cute and I'm handsome is because my mom and my aunties always told me that growing up. Oh, Joe, you're so cute. You're so handsome. And then I began to identify with what they told me. So imagine one day I walk into a room and I see my mom and my aunties circled up talking about, oh, all these years we've been lying to that boy. He's not as cute as we've been saying. It would shatter my identity. My relationships that I've had that have helped form this identity that I have would be shattered because the relationships and what they've been telling me weren't what I thought they were. So that was kind of like the inspiration with this Social Distance. During that time, I was self-reflecting during 2020. I realized, you know, there are some relationships, there are some people, there are some things that have happened that kind of betrayed my trust. And, you know, those relationships weren't what I thought they were. So maybe I need to, you know, keep to myself and, you know, rejuvenate my identity and recuperate, you know, some of the wounds and the lashes I've taken from those experiences.
Fusion Radio with Brian Stinson and YTS Keys, man. My guest today, man, is all the way from PG County, man, Maryland, man. Who I'm talking about, my brother, man, Joezy, man. He's in the building, man. Here's his single, Social Distance, right here on Fusion Radio.
Who I grew up with, man, I called him my cousin. Really hit him for nothing. He probably think I move funny. He could hit me for money. He know I got him if needed. Of course I'm down to ride, but just rather stay seated. Can't run the streets barefooted. I shoot away many friends, been betrayed, but won't let them hurt me again. I got folks that's like blood, that's probably cut me the deepest. Some are jealous, and it's clear I can see it. They could care less. My new tunes in museums they never visit. A stranger spit in my lyrics. My brother say he hate people. I told him to stop it. It's sad, but now I understand all his logic. If the ones closest to me could do me this foul, why would I trust a stranger with a huge smile? All the wrong done outside, why I come out? I gotta keep my distance. I'm anti right now. I'm anti right now. I'm anti right now. All the wrong done outside, why I come out? I gotta keep my distance. I'm anti right now. I can't feel my face, and my identity has been taken away. I can't feel my face, and my identity has been taken away. Met a pretty girl, she seemed so perfect, made me nervous. She was classy with a purpose, so I saw us working. Convo never dry, it was Jergens mixed with flirting, but I had to curve her. She was lying with no purpose. A year or so passed, we got to run it back. She admitted she was foul, no more childish acts. Was the pact that was made, it was cool, it was great. The story seems good when you on the same page. She just lost her mother, and I lost a few of mine. Thought we connected off our pain and connected off of Christ. Somehow pride and lies came back to come and crash the ride. Maybe I lack the skills to drive, or she just rather fly. This time my eyes are dry, just sucks I wasted time. This the type of stuff that turn a dude anti. This the type of stuff that turn a dude anti. This the type of stuff that turn a dude anti. I can't feel my face. I can't feel my face. And my identity. It's been taken away. I can't feel my face. And my identity. It's been taken away. I can't feel my face. And my identity. It's been taken away. I can't feel my face. And my identity. It's been taken away.
Fusion Radio with Brian Stinson, man. You just heard that really dope single, Social Distance, man, from the brother, man, Joezy, man, all the way from PG County, Maryland, man. We sitting here chopping it up, man. And, man, I want to get into, man, you sort of like pre-talked about it, before we went to Social Distance, man, but you actually have out a 4-track EP called Lo-Fi Wi-Fi, man. Talk to me about how much fun was it putting that together? What should we know about it and where it's available for people to check it out?
Yeah, Lo-Fi Wi-Fi is available everywhere. Wherever you stream your music at, you can check it out. And basically, it's just a short EP. Lo-fi hip-hop, neo-soul type vibe, R&B type vibe. And it was very fun to put together. One thing I've realized, and I think it really hit me 2022, is like music is really my therapy. It was more therapeutic making this project more than anything. Just getting to share some of my life stories, some of my experiences. And I knew that people could relate to it. You know, at the end of the day, we're all different, but at the same time, we're the same. We experience a lot of the same pain, a lot of the same losses, a lot of the same trials. So the opportunity for me to make this type of music that's just me. I don't got to worry about what people think. I don't got to worry about what's popular. I get to just make music that's me and that music that I believe that will resonate with people. So that Lo-Fi Wi-Fi was my opportunity to step out of my box, step out of the musical box and the musical scene that's usually mainstream and just be me, do me, and, you know, have a therapeutic musical experience.
So after hearing Social Distance, let me tell you what actually piqued my interest, and I'm sure that many people that's listening to this interview, man, they probably said the same thing is, after hearing Social Distance, yeah, I said it again, man, because I get excited when I hear music like that, man. What is it like to see you perform, man? Be in the presence of you, man. Like, what are the things we need to know? I mean, even though we're based here in Chicago, man, or whatsoever, man, you never know. There's anyone that's listening to this interview, and plus we're actually worldwide, so I need to sort of get off the Chicago thing, but we are worldwide, via the app and via the website. Is, you know, what's it like to, man, be in that presence of you, man? What's the special things, or give me one thing? I know I don't want to hear everything because we don't want to, you know, give people the show, but man, like, tease us a little bit.
So to our worldwide audience, when you have Joezy as a performer, expect everything. Expect laughter, expect tears, expect joy, expect theatrics, expect it all. I've emceed events, whether it's weddings or concerts. I love to incorporate my spoken word poetry. I have soul-touching music like Social Distance, but I also have other tracks as well, like Afrobeat tracks that pay homage to my Nigerian roots that we're going to dance to. You know, I have songs that have trap drums. So when you have Joezy as a performer, expect everything. You know, it's going to be a roller coaster, and you're just going to leave feeling fulfilled.
So I want to jump into something that, you know, me hosting this show for as long as I've hosted it, man, and that's simply this, man. You being an independent artist, man, talk to those that are listening to this interview. They say, man, I really want to, like, really pursue music as a career, man. Like, what is it like to completely bet on yourself with music and, you know, actually be an independent artist, man? You know, talk to me about like the highs and the lows, man, and the pressures of of being an independent artist?
It's a lot. The highs and the lows. I guess the highs are you get to see your limits. You get pushed in different ways. You get to wear different hats that you didn't expect to wear. So one day you're the manager. One day you're the A&R. One day you're the stylist. One day you're the producer. All these different hats you get to wear. And it's fulfilling when you look back and you're like, dang, I put in this work and it paid off. I put in this work and the people are feeling it. I put in this work and the art is appreciated when it comes to, directing my own music videos, which I have done. I've directed my own documentary series entitled Storytime with Joe, which is available on YouTube as well. Just having the creative freedom of seeing something and putting it together, getting to be a visionary, that is very rewarding. I would say those are the highs. I guess the lows are, with that comes, a lot of times you're on your own with things. A lot of times you might feel like you don't have the support that you need. A lot of times you might be broke because all these cool videos and these outfits that I wear when I perform or the documentary series that I put together, all these things cost money. But life doesn't stop because I'm trying to create my art, I still got bills to pay. I still got family and friends that I'm trying to be there for in different capacities. So those are some of the lows, You carry a lot and the reward is so enriching when you succeed, but also you carry a lot. So you get tired while you're carrying it because a lot of times it falls on you.
What are some of your long-term goals when it comes to the music industry?
Long-term goals, I just want to be able to support myself and my family with my art. I want to be able to represent Christ in my music. I know me personally growing up, when I first started my Christian walk, it was hard for me because a lot of music I felt like I couldn't listen to. And the music I felt like I could listen to, I thought it was corny. I thought it was cheesy. I thought it was X, Y, and Z. But as I matured, I learned that no, you can have good sounding music. You can have tasteful art. And it can be just as good as anything else you'll find, but it doesn't have to have a compromising message. So if I can represent that to all the young folk across the world, the people that were in the positions like me, the people that were on the street like me, doing things that they weren't supposed to do, but they needed a light shine that, hey, there's another way that you can do things. It's just as cool. It sounds just as good. And it's not going to compromise you in any way. So if I can be that, representative worldwide, that'll be a blessing.
I want to get into something that, I'm so super geeked about hearing about this, man. And that's your accomplishments, man, in your career so far and what each accomplishment has meant to you.
One of my accomplishments that I think about is Different Wave. So Different Wave was a platform I created also during the pandemic 2020, basically highlighting DMV artists in the music realm that have God-centered music. We had our first live stream show December 2020 where we streamed it, and then we had our second concert last spring. Different Wave is spelled DIFFRNTWAV. So we removed the E's in Different Wave because it's available for everyone, but it's not for all. It's not something that everyone's going to be able to vibe with, but it's us. And I think that's one of my greatest accomplishments because, we talked about this in the pre-interview as well. It's so rewarding and fulfilling when you can put the spotlight on others, So when I have these various artists come and perform and they do their thing, and people that I've invited, I was like, oh, man, I never heard about such and such before. I'm so glad that, I was able to come to the concert and get hip to them. Or when I have some of the artists that don't know each other and they're in the same DMV area and then they collab, it's just rewarding. And I think that's one of my greatest accomplishments is, that Different Wave, creation, just highlighting, a lot of the Christian, God-centered singers, rappers, spoken word poets. It's been beautiful. It's been rewarding.
So, man, I want to jump into, man, visuals, man. Where can people once again go check out your visuals of your work, man? And then if you could do once again a recap for those that might just be tuning in now, man, of your 4-track EP, Lo-Fi, Wi-Fi, man, what should they know about it and where they can go check it out?
Oh, yes. Again, everybody, my name is Joezy, Joezy, a.k.a. Mr. Darker the Berry, the Sweet of the Juice. I'm an artist from PG County, Maryland. And lo-fi Wi-Fi, again, is available everywhere. Wherever you stream or listen to music, whether it's YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Napster, Tidal, wherever you listen to your music, it is available there. Lo-fi Wi-Fi, again, is just a lo-fi hip-hop, neo-soul, R&B type vibe. It's just soul music, and it's music that's good for everyone. You can play it around grandma, and you can play it around your 2-year-old without worrying about anything, you know. And the visuals, you guys can follow me on Instagram or Twitter or TikTok at _JOEZYY, _JOEZYY. A lot of the links to my visuals are on there, but also all my videos and stuff are available on YouTube as well. So you just search Joezy, 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 and you can catch all my visuals, and you can catch the visual for Social Distance.
Joezy, man, thank you so much, man, for stopping by Fusion Radio, man, giving us an education on, PG County, Maryland, man. And then,
yes,
of course,
yes, sir.
And then, of course, you as an artist, man. And you know what I really love about this is, man, how you brought us in that did not know about the whole wave with lo-fi and like the whole like different genres that's incorporated in that, man. That's an education, and it's something that I'm sure those that's listening, man, will go back and say, man, I didn't even know that that was in genre. So, man, like kudos out to you, man, for sharing that knowledge. And you know, that's a genre that I'm totally believing that people that's hearing this interview, it'll introduce them and make them want to go further and hear some dope artists from that genre of music.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, it's been a blessing, and the same way it's been a journey and exploration for me, I hope to do the same for my listeners, for them to get something new every time they hear music from Joezy.
Continued success, man, on all your future endeavors, man, and thanks again, man, for stopping by Fusion Radio today.
Thank you for having me, man. It's been a blessing. Appreciate you for real. This is Joezy, JOEZY, a.k.a. Mr. Darker the Berry, the Sweeter the Juice. I'm an artist from PG County, Maryland, and this song is called Dance It Away. It's an Afrobeat track. Like I said before, I was raised by my Nigerian immigrant mother, so I wanted to make this music to pay homage to my roots, to my culture. It's a feel-good song, it's a dance track, and you're going to have no choice but to get up and groove when you hear it. Dance It Away.
This movement that I'm moving comes straight from my heart. Life for me ain't easy, so my moves are hard. The joy they in my mouth moves down to my feet. I gotta move this way, cause the Lord keep blessing me. You can't understand, cause your track no be my track. Cause baby, if it was, you dance till you lose your breath. So if you're feeling lonely, maybe in your room, just turn up the speakers and ba-doom, ba-doom, doom. Dance it away, dance it away, dance it away, dance it away. How are you dancing that way? Dance it away, dance it away, dance it away, dance it away. How are you dancing that way? Oh yeah, move. Oh yeah, twist. I need you to dance. I need you to dance. Dance like this. Dance like this. Oh yeah, move. Oh yeah, twist. I need you to dance. I need you to dance. Dance like this. Dance like this. Step with your right leg. Step with your right leg. Move with your left one. Move with your left one. Step with your right leg. Step with your right leg. Move with your left one. Oh yeah, move. Oh yeah, move. And your left one. And your left one. And your right one, and your right one, and your left one, and your right one, and your left one, and your right one. Dance it away, dance it away, dance it away, dance it away. How are you dancing that way? Dance it away, dance it away, dance it away, dance it away. How are you dancing that way?